by you telling me your first and last name and what you do.
First name Dennis, last name Wolkowitz, and I'm the managing director for the Portage Theater.
Okay, and what does your job entitle you to do?
Well, we book the theater. We take care of technical aspects as far as lining up people for the shows, as far as lighting and sound, staffing essentially.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how busy does that keep you?
Pretty good. One man office, so it's pretty much wall to wall.
Okay. So can you tell me something about the history? I was reading a little bit about Portage Theater and about the way it's been changing from the 1920s until now with the looks and whatnot. So can you explain to me a little about that?
Right. Well, I can only go what the history books tell us too, because I wasn't here in 1920. Hard to believe, but the theater opened up in 1920. And it was opened by the Asher brothers, who owned a chain of theaters throughout Chicagoland. And at that time, they were one of the bigger chains in the city. And so they opened up this theater with 1,938 seats. Originally, it was going to be built on the southwest corner of Milwaukee, Cicero, and Irving, and it was to be 3,000 seats. But I think if you look at the original blueprints for the way the city blocks were laid out, there was a parcel of land that had no street frontage. It was just bordered by all alleys. And so I think they were able to pick that up cheap. They rerouted the alley around the theater, the proposed theater, of course, at that time. And so it opened up here in Six Corners, which probably, I don't know when that term came to be, but that's what it's called now.
Okay, and so how many seats does it say?
Right now it seats 1321.
1321.
Right, originally sat 1,900, because the seats came all the way up to the gold curtain over there. And then beyond that was an orchestra pit and a 3-foot stage. That's all they had. It was not a vaudeville house. It was built for films only.
And so what does it have now? Like, what kind of performances are here now?
Well, pretty much everything. For instance, we had 2 dance performances last weekend. Tomorrow we're having a classic movie matinee. Thursday's independent film screening by an independent filmmaker. Saturday's rock show. So it's from really soup to nuts, whatever you can pretty much imagine.